this week, I actually had a conversation with the owner of the property and brought up the concept of me trying to repay him for his kindness by taking some of the sheet metal out and setting aside so that he can easily reuse or recycle it. He gave me permission. So basically, I now have permission to tear down the structures that are here, well, the exception of the one we're currently living in, and just set the stuff aside for him that I think he'd be able to reuse. So today, at least while I'm waiting for the shower to heat up, what I'm going to be working on, potentially actually getting in and tearing this apart, but my primary hope, I cleared out the last section of briar that was blocking this doorway. As you can see, it's hinged on the other side. So I've got to figure out how I'm going to get in there and try to clear that space out. But you can definitely get a better look at what's in there now. So we've got a black garbage can and a white drum in there. You better look at the door inside to go inside this particular hut. And my conversation with the owner found out that this was, in fact, chicken here, and this was what he used as his laying and hatchery. He had quail in this back section here, so that was actually two structures in two separate yards, just happened to be side by side. And the spot that Kim and I are living in was actually something he had rented out to somebody who was raising fighting roosters. So it has definitely had plenty of use back here before we showed up. Apparently he also had other animals like a donkey and some other stuff. But we have permission now to go ahead and deconstruct the structures. So we'll see how well we do. We've got about a month left here. It's a very annoying turn of events today. The handle for the Coleman solar shower apparently cannot handle the weight of its prescribed 5 gallons, or more to the point, the 4 gallons that I was actually putting into it. And while getting ready to shower today, the handle ripped out, almost completely off from the bag after I had it tied in place, and fell from just below that tree branch. So right about where that loop is, it fell and smacked down here. And in smacking down there, the fill cap popped open, as did the shower nozzle itself. And by the time I got it up, I had already lost half the water I had in there. Unfortunately, this is not something we purchased from REI, which thankfully has the policy of if you bought it here, if you're not completely satisfied, you can return it any time. We have no idea where we actually purchased it from. So we are going to have to figure out how to get a replacement shower off of what little money we have coming in. Well, it lasted us for about a month and a half of actual use. So yeah, the Coleman solar shower 5 gallon does not actually have the capacity to hold the weight that it supposedly can handle. At least not this one. So what I managed to accomplish yesterday is getting that sheet metal and that partial extension cord off the hatchery. Now the fun part of removing the sheet metal from the hatchery is the fact that there were only 6 nails holding anything down, and that was only one sheet. That was on this post and this post. Now the fun part's going to be getting the chicken wire off of this, getting the timbers separated. I would like to be able to get that heat lamp. Am I going to be able to see it today? Get the lighting in there. There it is. I'd like to be able to get that lamp out of there and get that back to the property owner. And I'll see if I can manage to pull that one off. And earlier this morning, as I get everybody dizzy with the bushes, I managed to break apart this door. Still need to come back in with some gloves on to get it actually out of my way, since, as I believe I stated yesterday, the hinge is on the wrong side. But let's see. I see a metal 5-gallon bucket back there, and it looks like, get it in the camera shot. There we go. The lid to the trash can is also back there. I'm just hoping that when I get inside there, I don't wind up finding a whole bunch of dormant wasp nests or something. Hey, I just noticed there's actually a rain gutter up there. So can I get shot? There we go. Looks like we got some rot in the wood up there. Hopefully the floors will be solid enough to hold my weight. And we'll see what we find out when I get that far in.